wanted to make this video to talk about depression and anxiety, overthinking, because I had a hard time with it every day for a long time and just suffering through it. And eventually I figured out kind of how to get myself out of it and live a pretty good life through it all. But there's times like now in this moment where I find myself getting scared, I'm overthinking, getting sad, and usually that's accompanied by that depressed feeling, and it's just overwhelming. And basically I just want to make this video because I know it helps talking about it to kind of feel the emotions, express it. Sometimes it's best to write down in a journal how you're feeling. Sometimes it's good to just talk to a family member, someone you love, a friend, a stranger, or to yourself out loud, or to record as well and to share it with others. And that's basically what I want to do, is just to share it and just show you or tell you how I feel and what I'm going through currently. And I'm doing this currently because I know how much it can help seeing what other people are struggling with and going through. And sometimes it doesn't help to hear it or see it from somebody else, especially if you're going through it. It makes you think a little bit more about it and relive the past. And that's kind of what I'm going through at the moment, and it hit me a little too hard. I just want to get it off my chest and just share my feelings and thoughts. I've just been watching some clips of Robin Williams, and I'm a very sensitive person, and I read people, overthink it, play scenarios in my head. And I've just been watching them and just kind of diving deep into my head about how sad it is to see how happy he was on the outside and his struggles, and ultimately him ending his life because of what he was going through is just, it's a hard thing, especially with a man so loved by the public but knew little about him personally. And you have this perception of people on the exterior of what you think that they truly are, when we have no idea who or what they are truly inside, especially because you yourself struggle with that. And I mean, I personally struggle with that for myself. I don't even know who I am sometimes. Got some cops going out right now, and this is why I wanted to speak about it, is because even when you think you have it all answered and figured out, and you just talk and let the words flow without thinking, and you just say keywords that hit you, that helps a lot to talk. Because for some weird reason, saying I don't even know who I truly am, it hit me, and it just sparked something in me that, just without even a single thought in mind and really overthinking that phrase and sentence, it just made me emotional. Because it's true. There's days that I just don't even know myself, and I'm lost in the world. I'm lost with what I want to do for myself and my family, and we hold on to a lot of stress about, the current state of the world, what's going on in different countries. We're so stressed about making payments, doing simple things, and, if you forget to look at yourself and to talk to yourself and say that there's issues going on internally and you're struggling mentally, or emotionally, or physically even, because then that weighs down on you emotionally and mentally. it's a killer. It adds up a lot, and sometimes the best therapy doesn't even need to come from talking to a therapist, but just talking, just talking out loud, just writing down how you're feeling and what your thoughts are. But yeah, for me, I'm currently just going through a lot of emotions this last week or two. Again, like I said, I overthink and I build up this scenario and fear in my head. For me, my wife has been telling me and noticed a spot on my back, a mole or whatever, and how it looks like a weird shape, how it is worrying her, and I haven't gotten it checked yet, but I made an appointment because I want to go get some of them checked and looked at to make sure it's not anything skin cancer related. My mom had like basal skin cancer type thing a few years back or something like that, and my grandmother, her biological mom, passed away because of cancer a while back, a long time ago. I never met her, so I'm just overthinking. I'm getting all these thoughts in my head, these what ifs and everything, and it's been a killer. My sleep has been crap. I have not been working out. I've been getting like dizzy at work, having a hard time breathing, and it just gets overwhelming, and it adds stress onto your shoulders that you don't need to be dealing with. And then, like I said, then you get into this hole that you are just digging further and further down, with just more and more negative energies without helping yourself, without getting out of it. Excuse me. And that's just what I've been doing currently. I've just been going down this rabbit hole of bad emotions and feelings, and just having a crappy time. And I'm just putting it all on next week's appointment for getting it checked up with the doctors to make sure. I just want to hear the words, it's either I'm all clear or that there is an issue. The reason I say that is because it's better to know than not to know. The worst suffering is not knowing, right? That's why people fear the future and fear what's to come, and not having control over that, and just not knowing what the layout of your future looks like. Anything can happen from now until later, and until the end of your life. You don't know when that's going to be, and that's kind of scary sometimes. And I just want to share this with you all, whoever listens. If you come across this video and you need to hear it, if you want to share it with other people who need to hear it as well, just check in with your people. If you're suffering, check in with yourself and speak up about it. Speak up to someone that you can trust. If it's someone that is going to be reliable, that's not going to push you down or brush you off. And it's hard for someone, I would say, for like me, why I like Robin Williams is I like to laugh a lot. I like to make jokes, crack jokes, be a wise ass, and to just have fun in life. And so maybe it can kind of be a little difficult for other people to hear you be serious when you need to, and then it might even be hard for you to be serious where you want to talk about it and you don't want to seem, I don't know, annoying or babyish or a hassle to deal with, or I don't know, however you feel about bringing it up. That's not your normal character who you're always displaying to be. It might feel weird to bring it up, and so when you bring it up, you shut it down by making jokes about it or making jokes about something else to get it off the subject. But in reality, you want to talk about it. Just find that person, or just do what I am doing now and record yourself. You don't even have to post it; just record it and rewatch it, or just record it and delete it after. Write it on a piece of paper. Burn the piece of paper safely. Don't burn your house down. And just talk and get it out. And be honest. Don't think you're better than any emotion or any thought. Don't do that to yourself. I know that for a fact. You don't play the card that you are invincible. We're all human. I always had this what is it, grandiose personality, or I thought I was bigger and better than the world and everyone, and I could take on everything and anything, and that's just not the case. I learned that the hard way, and that mindset kind of pops in and out sometimes too. So it still comes and goes, but yeah, especially if you've suffered with depression or anything PTSD related that can bring back the thoughts and feelings that you had during those moments, because then you're back into that mindset and that reality that you lived in that moment. You're not who you are sitting in your living room. You're who you were suffering, and it just kind of eats at you. Yeah, I just, I never understood depression and the PTSD part of depression. I always thought as a kid PTSD was only military related. It could only be military related. And then I learned as I got older that it's not just that. It's anything traumatic in your life. And it's not so much of like a scenario for me that pops up too much that brings back the trauma and the emotions. It's more just about, it's really weird. It's more about feeling the emotion. I guess it is that. Yeah, no, it is. If things bring back the past of that time and what led to that time, it can bring it back up and to a lot of harm. I don't know. Depression's a bitch. And, it's not, how should I word this? Don't let it control you. Don't let it be who you are. Just accept the moment if you can, because I know I've had panic attacks where I've literally couldn't get off the ground, crying, laughing hysterically, and non-stop crying and like hyperventilating. And I know that that moment's a bitch too to get out of. So if you can have someone to hold you down and talk to you and trust, and you're not gonna hurt them in that moment, have them around and talk to them and keep them in your life, and don't take them for granted. I gotta tell my wife I love her a lot. I want to post all of this, not for attention or anything. I just want to post it. I want to post it because it's nice to see other people struggle, and to know you're not alone. Even when you feel like you're alone. And it's hard to talk about it because, like I said, I'm sensitive. So I'll take on the emotion of the words I'm saying to heart, and it just hits me really hard personally. So sometimes it's just hard to talk about how hard it is because that makes me sad. Because it's just a bitch. That's it. And no, I don't want to edit anything out because I want you to see how real it is, and it's not a joke. In the sense of, It's not to, in the moment when you're going through it, you don't mess around with it. You gotta take care of it. You can't hide behind jokes and, you know, just laughing at it constantly, because I do. I joke about suicide, even though I went through my own issue of suicide. But in a moment like this, when it's serious, I mean, obviously you just take it serious and you don't joke about it. You talk about it. You pick the right moments to joke, and you pick the right moments to be serious. I'm not sensitive about that stuff. But yeah, back to what I said. Appreciate the people who can kind of hold you down and bring you back to this world to get you out of your head. I think I just blew a snot bubble. Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope to post more videos similar to this kind of stuff. So if you're interested, stick around, and yeah, we'll talk about the ups and downs and reality, and just have fun and have moments like these. I think it's just important to talk about these kind of moments and be sad sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to just cry and get it out and to be okay with that. And now that I got it out of my system, I'm gonna go move on and enjoy my time and love life and do what I can to improve and just have fun until I go to bed. That's literally it. But yeah, it was nice to talk about it and to get it out. And the other reason I want to post this is because just don't be afraid to speak to whoever you need to speak to. Anybody gives you shit. If anybody gives you shit for coming out and talking about it, you can tell them to fuck off and find somebody who actually cares and makes you feel heard about how you feel. Nothing's worse than feeling alone, especially when you feel alone and you try to talk to somebody about it and they kind of reinforce that fact. So again, find those people, keep them in your life as long as you can, do right by them, and appreciate them while you got them. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.